throws the pants in the trash can, lights a match, sets them on fire. So one day I come out of the studio, sweaty, I've just finished my class. She's standing in the lobby, like all dressed up, waiting for me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, hi, can I help you? And she's like, oh yeah, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you in the reformer room? He's holding the pizza box. I turn around, I fucking kicked that box. It went flying, pizza everywhere, silverware, plates.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Maddie.
And this is the Newport Psycho.
Okay, I feel like this is going to be the best episode ever. I am so excited. We are joined today by Miss Angela. You hold many titles, so please tell us like what you do. Like, you know, you're an owner, you're like everything.
Okay, well, I own Drenched OC. We are the first and only heated Pilates studio in the nation, so that is very exciting. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I wear many hats in Newport already. We're very involved with OC Fashion Week. We go to LA a lot for different fashion shows and events. So we just have a busy psycho life.
Yeah. Future housewife, I'm going to say it. I already know. Real Housewives of OC.
We could put it out there.
Bravo. Yeah, the fact that this woman has not been on there yet, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but
Bring the psycho.
Yeah, it's happening.
Well,
So
yes.
she is.
Yeah, so Angela,
Yes.
who is your psycho?
Me. I'm the fucking psycho.
You're the psycho. This is great.
I am the psycho. Literally every day in my life, something happens and I'm like, again, you need to be in the psych ward.
Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, so, okay.
Yeah.
You have to
So
give
this
us...
is a psycho perspective.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, so
I'm
give us some
literally giving you the
examples.
psycho perspective
Okay,
today.
so like who and what people come and talk to us about.
You're the person.
I'm the person in the
You're the
story.
problem.
See my
Taylor
face
Swift.
in every
You are Taylor
story.
Swift.
Yes,
It's
yes.
me. That's literally that needs to be your theme song.
Okay, we'll start. I'll just start carrying it around,
Yep.
playing it. Yeah, I mean, I'm the psycho, but I think like, you know, they're supporting characters. You can't be in the psych ward by yourself and be like being psycho. I'd probably be calm if I was just there by myself. But I have all the other agitators, you know, the people playing into the psychoness.
The agitators.
The agitators.
It's like a washing machine.
Okay, we're gonna shoot like these rapid fire questions. So give me a psycho experience that like within the last week.
Okay, well, so last weekend I went to Vegas with a group of my girlfriends.
Yep.
And there's a backstory to this, but they all wanted to go to the strip club. So I'm like, okay, I'm down. What strip club are we going to?
We're talking like Chippendales?
No,
or
we're talking
like
about
titties?
sapphire titties.
We're talking like titties.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're talking
wow,
titties.
We're talking
wow.
titties.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. So we go to Sapphire Strip Club and I sit down. And again, I'll tell you the backstory to this, but immediately I'm triggered because my husband went to the strip club the night before we got married in Vegas. And
Current husband or ex-husband?
my current husband, who was almost not even my husband because they were at Sapphire all night. But I'm like, I better just go and see this for myself.
Yeah, see what was happening.
So the minute I walk into Sapphire and sit down, I text Scott, I'm getting triggered.
with those nails too. Poor Scott's like,
And Scott's like, why? It's
Were you
okay.
in there? Like while you're texting this? Like,
Yes.
I'm getting triggered.
I'm in there. And I know you're not supposed to take pictures in strip clubs, but I was just like, that's disgusting. Which
Like-
it wasn't. I mean, what are you supposed to do at a strip club?
Yeah,
Play, like
you're just
tic-tac-toe? I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I get it.
But you're
Tic-tac-toe. But so one of the strippers comes down and sits down next to me. And I talked to her for like 30 minutes about what happens at a strip club and that my husband, my fiance at the time, spent the whole night before our wedding at the strip club. And she, talked me down. It was like nothing happens at a strip club unless you're at some, really shady spot. And so she told me a couple stories.
So this is a classy.
So
like, strip club
and not only that, but your current, Scott owes this girl his life.
Well, so then she leaves, and I'm kind of like, But she walks away, and then the next morning I wake up and I'm like, you fucking psycho. You didn't even tip her. She literally sat there for 30 minutes talking to me.
Did you go back and give her money?
No.
She didn't even have to dance.
I know, she didn't have, that was the lap dance. She literally was giving me the lap dance, talking me down.
She gave you a mental lap dance.
She gave me the mental lap dance. And I should have tipped her.
You should have tipped her.
But hey,
she
it was
just
my
gave
first
you
time
like
to
she
a
was your
strip club.
therapist.
She was.
She was.
Literally
She talked
was
you
my
off the
therapist.
ledge.
She was your stripper therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like.
If my therapist wore a thong and had like a really tight ass, that was my therapist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a hot therapist.
Okay. Now tell us like a psycho moment that like when our like listeners listen to this, they're gonna be like, okay, this woman is psychotic.
So Scott and I were at the movies one night, and this was after the strip club.
I was going to say, is he your husband now?
Yeah, Scott is my husband now. But this is after the strip club incident. And at the strip club, he said that he like couldn't hear his phone. He didn't know I had called him 5,000 times. Meanwhile, I'm at the hospital with my cousin because she passed out at the club we were at. So they had to take her in an ambulance to the hospital. So I'm trying to like let him know, like, hey, I'm at the hospital. My cousin's like completely
Where
passed
you at?
out.
Quit watching that tight ass.
Yeah, I quit watching that tight ass. So we go to the movies. This was, a while ago. People don't really go to the movies that much anymore. And Scott has on the pants he had at the strip club. And all of a sudden, his whole leg lights up because somebody's calling him. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. You didn't know that I was calling you at the strip club? You said you couldn't hear it, you couldn't see it, you couldn't feel it. Your whole fucking leg is vibrating.
Your pants are
and
neon. Your pants are neon.
Your pants are neon. So who knows how bad the fight got at that time.
Shit.
We go home. I'm pissed. I got to cool off. I stomp upstairs, get in the shower. I'm showering off, trying to just relax the psycho. Scott comes upstairs, puts a trash can in front of the shower, throws the pants in the trash can, lights a match, sets them on fire.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you better burn those. And then I'm like, fuck, DNA, get them out. Get 'em out. There's DNA.
I need to test these. Could you imagine seeing this? Like literally. No,
Yes.
I'm a bystander. Like your kid just comes home, like you just see a trash can on fire. You're like in the
Right.
shower,
What
like
happened?
what the
What
hell?
happened, Mom? What happened? Well, Dad went to the strip club and had to burn his pants.
And again, I'm not just sitting around being a psycho for no reason.
You had agitators.
I had agitators. They're supporting characters in my stories. Yeah.
Oh
and it
my-
always does seem to have to do with another woman and alcohol. Because Scott is this like magnet and
Dude,
just
he's Rico Suave.
I
He comes in the
know.
room and you're like, yeah, Scott.
and these
Go,
girls
Scott.
just like love him. And you know what's
Because he's
scary?
fucking hilarious. He's
He's
just
funny.
so blunt.
He's funny without even trying.
He doesn't even try.
Yes.
I laugh so hard. He's like,
Can I spend some time with Scott?
dude, no,
I mean,
like literally, he'll just like,
No, you can't, Ashley. Back the fuck off.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way I'm ever going to hang out. Like, nope. Like, oh, you can help Scott. No, I can't. I'm good. No.
Yeah,
No.
he just like owns the place when he walks in. I get ignored. I'm like, "Are you hello?"
Like,
Yeah.
oh, and you're stunning. I hope you know that. You're like literally like,
But
Absolutely
when
stunning.
he becomes the star, and then I guess it's jealousy, it's psycho.
that's your man.
do you have any psychotic stories from the past prior to Scott?
Oh well, yeah. It all started at a young age.
How
Let
young
me take
we
you-
talking?
let me take you
How
back.
young we talking?
Yeah.
Let's take it back to
I
when
think first boyfriend, psycho. I think it started then. It's been a like situation where like a jealousy type thing. I think I have finally released it a little bit. It's still in there. What I say is it's treatable. It's not curable.
Okay.
It's always going to be
So
there,
at least
but
like you are like.
oh, I'm very self-aware of
'Cause they
the
kinda
psycho.
wanna tap
Yeah,
in,
it's like
Yeah.
one thing when people are like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
When
no,
you're
no,
like,
no.
no, this is who I am.
Do you think psychos know that they're psycho?
I think that there are self-aware psychos, which I fall into that category. And I think that there's also the psychos who just don't care. Like I have a friend who just had an incident with a boyfriend that they broke up.
Okay.
and he had a new girl over to their old apartment.
Oh gosh.
And
This poor new girl.
this poor new girl.
New girl.
right
Because
in the crosswaves.
I mean, I get the psycho, but I was like, and it's funny, as a psycho, you can recognize the psycho in other people.
Yeah.
But she went to their old apartment
Oh.
and just kind of took anything that was in sight and destroyed it. Like smashed cookies in the couch, took protein powder and threw it all over the room. Obviously, I hang out with a lot of fitness people. Thank God we
Yeah.
don't have guns. Just protein powder.
Just protein.
Just protein powder
And that
all over
shit's
the place.
expensive. That shit's
Yeah.
expensive.
Protein powder and cookies.
It
Protein
is.
powder is
Protein powder is expensive.
Wait, so why did she do this?
Well,
'Cause he's
because
dating a new
jealous
girl.
rage. Even though they broke up, she still, you know how we always kind of still feel like that's still mine. You know when you give away like one of your cutest outfits,
and then they wear it, and
and then they
you're
wear it,
like-
and you're like, "Fuck, I want that back,"
And you can't.
and you can't.
Don't be an Indian giver.
It's the same.
I was
It's
about
the
to say
same
Yeah,
thing with
yeah.
with the guys. But I had this conversation with her, and I was like, "Okay, so what happened with the couch?" And she was like, "Well,
What
I
kind of cookies were they? Like just like
probably crumbled. They're probably like really good
Oh
cookies."
God, the
shit.
It was a
icing in
cheat
the
day.
couch.
Crumble. Get us some cookies.
Yeah, send us some
Sponsor us,
cookies.
Crumble.
She was like, I had to strip the couch down, washed it, didn't come out, took it to the dry cleaner. She's like, I ended up having to buy a whole new couch, which I'm like, okay, see, that's again being a self-aware psycho. Like, at least now I have to.
So she had a
clean
full
it
mental
up.
breakdown, and then like he saw it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I'll pay for it." Oh.
He knew it was her, and then I was like, okay, can you imagine if he would have still been there and the new girl, like, you would have looked crazy. And she was
Oh,
like,
so she didn't get caught in the act.
no, they had left.
Oh God.
And she was like, thank God. She goes, because when I threw the protein powder, it went up in the air and dumped back on my head. And I was like, okay, that's instant karma right there.
I'm like, it was just instant
Yeah.
karma.
She was like, I smelled like a cinnamon churro protein shake for 3 days.
No.
Imagine
I
trying to get
feel
that out of
like,
your hair.
oh man, I will say like, breakups can make you psycho. It makes you a person that you're not.
Right.
Like,
Honestly, like maybe because this is great for me because I sit here as like I have never like after a breakup like went psychotic.
I wish I could be that girl.
me too.
Like,
I mean,
I
like
just was-
you
I
are
did
literally
it.
my
I did it
idol.
one time, man. I did it one
I know,
time.
like I just like I've been told that by friends too, or even you have told me.
yeah,
recent,
man.
like-
I look
like,
back
how do
and I'm
you
like,
do this?
Maddie, what?
Yeah, and I just because I love this perspective because I'm like, how? Like,
Right.
What? Like what?
What is that trigger in the brain?
Yeah. What's the trigger in the brain?
I don't know. I think it's disrespect. I think you feel disrespected, and I think like my friend felt disrespected that a new girl was in their old place.
Yep.
You know, and I think that's like that. I felt
Yeah.
disrespected that he went to the strip club. But then you get crazy in your head. You
You're like,
build
what's
up
happening
this
there?
story.
Yeah, oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and
Well,
my ex
that-
broke up, and I
yeah.
literally thought like, you know, he like posted a couple pictures on Instagram with other like with girls. You guys, I don't even know if I should say this. This really happened.
Say it.
I broke into his house.
Yes, I love it already.
I broke into his house. I would never do this. Broke into his house.
What?
Went through his trash cans to make sure there weren't condoms in there.
Oh my God.
I was like, he's having sex with all these girls. And I'm like going through
love
the
this.
trashes. Our photos in his room were turned down.
Were there condoms?
There was no condoms.
Okay.
So that made me feel better.
Or,
I
or
literally
he was
called
having
my,
unprotected
I called,
sex.
Yeah, or that. And our pictures are turned down.
He was definitely
So
That would have been the conclusion I came up to.
So I turned the photos up and I called my friend and she goes, "Get the hell out of that house right now." I hopped over a gate.
Yeah.
I was literally in high heels and I'm climbing up a gate, hopped over a gate and I hopped in that house. Yep. And I literally, she's like, "Get out." I got out and I just sat on the curb
fact that
and
you-
I was like,
We're in the trash.
did I literally just go? That just
Dumpster
happened.
diving at my
I just went
ex's-
dumpster diving.
Literally dumpster.
And
She was
I went
dumpster
psycho
diving.
and I turned pictures up. Yep, that's what I did.
So do you think he knew you were in the house?
I don't think so, because I feel like he would have called me and been like, "You're psycho." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how did
Yeah,
the
but
pictures
I bet he's
automatically
just kind of
go
like
from down to
I know.
up?
I bet he's. I mean, I'm because literally there was a big gate. Like there's like the fact that I hopped over. Like I don't think.
What
No,
are we talking, like 10 feet?
like it was. I mean, it was pretty tall because like it was weird.
How old were you?
I was 24.
Okay.
So now this ex-boyfriend will know exactly who it was, but
Calculating months
I went
and years.
psycho, and I'm sorry, and I hope you're happy
Yeah.
now. But you know,
Yeah. I hope you're
so-
happy now. I
yeah.
am.
So I get it. I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a pass. Okay, so you're obviously a business owner. I mean, I don't know if you want to get into this, but is there anything psycho that you've done in that, like in that
My
situation?
studio is in Newport Beach.
Right.
She has two.
Yeah. Yeah,
Two?
we have an LA studio. We have an OC studio. I mean, I don't think I've ever been psycho in my business.
Oh, that's good.
But I have a lot of psychos that come in.
Oh.
Like one of my favorite psycho stories is a girl started coming to my studio, and one day she was like, I just wanted to talk to you. I wasn't sure if my old gym called you to tell you that I was coming here.
Oh.
And I was like, no, your old gym. Why would your old gym call
It's
me?
on a doctor's
And then,
office, like, releasing records. of, like,
Right.
how well she
Hey,
did.
I think there's
she's
HIPAA.
leaving
I
us.
think
She's
there's
coming to
HIPAA
you.
laws.
Yeah.
I'm like, and my friends were like, well, did you ask her why? Like, why would your gym be calling? And I'm such a bad, like, psycho detective. Like, why didn't I ask her, oh, why would they be calling me? I was just like, no, psycho, go away. Like, no. And then, so she was coming to class, you know, fairly often. So one day I come out of the studio, sweaty, I've just finished my class. She's standing in the lobby, like, all dressed up, waiting for me.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, hi, can I help you?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you in the reformer room?" But I had staff in there, and I was like, "Oh, I have staff in there, but class isn't come. You know, they're cleaning up. They're be coming out in 5 minutes. We've got some time. What's up?" She's like, "You know, you played a song in class the other day, and I just feel like you were playing it geared towards me."
Oh.
And I was like,
What song was it?
I didn't ask. Psycho. Why the fuck didn't I ask what song? But I was like,
I
think
need to
was
know what
just
her old
so-
gym was. I need to know this song. I need to know everything.
Yeah, I was like, listen, babe, I think you're really in your head. Like, we just come here, work out, have a good time. But then I tell my friends. So a couple days later, we're in class, all working out. My girlfriends are in there. My girlfriends who are dumb as shit and like talk loud during class, and she's in here.
No.
And then I
shit.
played that song. Now we're gonna date how many years ago this was. Sweet But a Psycho. You know that song?
Oh,
She's
she's
sweet
sweet
but
but
a
a psycho,
psycho.
a little
Yeah.
bit psycho. I love that.
You're
song.
like, yeah, we know
do
it.
we know this song?
Do we? It's our theme song.
Obviously, that was my theme song.
Right? So I played that. That happened to be on my playlist, and I was just like, oh my God, that girl is going to think I'm playing this for her. Maybe this was the song.
Yep.
And then my dumbass friend, as loud as can be, goes, "Hey, Angela, I wonder if this is the song that girl thought you were playing for her." The girl's right
No.
there. And I was just like, switch song.
Yeah.
And pulse, squat,
Pulse, pulse, pulse.
You're
pulse.
like, engage your core.
and engage your core, shut your mouth.
Yeah, feet and
Breathe
straps.
through
so
your
don't kick
nose.
me in the face. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did she do?
Never came back.
Oh yeah.
Did she do anything in the, like...
I
in-
want to know what
when that
happened at the old gym.
No. I need to know. I need to like,
That song haunts her. Whatever it is was played at the old gym. Thought it was...
but maybe if it wasn't that song, it could have been like, I like big butts and I cannot. I mean, who
I
knows?
feel
Who
like it
knows
was
what it
for
was?
sure. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho.
I mean, maybe that was on my playlist the day before when she came in.
I'm thinking she, like, there's... Her psycho's the gym. This lady's psycho's, like, gym
Her
hopping.
psycho is the gym.
She's, like...
I'm
doing that.
still on the fact that poor Scott had to burn his pants.
You know, Scott has been like in the line of fire for so many psycho
He set
stories.
things on fire as well.
Yeah,
How long have you
literally.
guys been married?
So we've been married 11 years, together 18. But that was another thing. Like the day that we got married, we go back the next morning. We got married in Vegas on a rooftop, 4th of July.
Love that.
hot as balls out. Like it was so hot.
Especially in Nevada.
Wow. Yeah.
We go back the next day to like get our pictures. Like it was a whole package, you know. You got a little reception. You got the chapel.
You got the platinum package.
You got some
the diamond
pictures,
crystal
right?
package.
So we walk in and the girl is like showing all the pictures up on the screen and she just keeps fucking going on and on about Scott. Oh my God, you're so handsome. You're the hottest groom we've had all week. And I am just sitting there like, is there a camera on me? Like, is this a hidden camera show? Like, how
Ashton,
hot
is
is
this
your
pumped?
husband?
Ashton, where are you?
Yeah, I was like, literally, I'm going.
I'm just like, the audacity that this girl could have. Like, now I see where you're having like the agitator.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's an
Yes.
I know.
agitator.
You're like,
I'm
I'm
only
I'm
as
also the
psycho
bride.
as-
The bride's supposed to be the beauty. Like, get with it.
Is
Wait,
this the song?
This is
this the song?
this is our wedding album coming up, popping up. No, I'm just kidding.
It knew.
Seriously, like, oh.
No, and then she's like, I printed off a picture for you, and I look like shit in
And
the
it's
picture.
just Scott. It's just Scott. It's just a picture of Scott. I printed off a picture for you. I'm saving it for myself
Yeah,
as well.
she's
What
like-
the?
She did not.
Yeah, she printed off a picture of us, and then I was like, well, since it was my wedding day, shouldn't I be able to pick out the picture I want printed? And then she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, now I'm the fucking dick because you're hitting on my husband. Like, we didn't just meet last night in the club. We've got our kids, our children. They're little children here with us.
Oh.
But I was like, seriously? Seriously, you're going to sit here and go on and on about how hot my husband is?
Nope.
I'm actually dead. She's just like, she's going to take that photo home with her.
She probably still has it.
She,
You
like,
know-
cut
you know who
out.
we
She
need
cut
to
me out, put her picture in.
Okay, you know what
Fucking
we need to
weirdo.
do? You know what we need to do is have Scott on the show. Who's your psycho? My wife.
100%. 100%
I'm gonna
my
have
wife.
Scott on this show
Yes.
because he can give us all these
He's
stories.
going to be like this. Blinking, help
yeah.
me.
Do you need help? Scott, blink,
Blink
twice if you need
Blink
to.
twice.
It's like when you go to the airport and you're in the bathroom and it says like, if
Yeah.
you need
Yeah,
help,
Yeah.
we're gonna leave a little
Please
sign for Scott in the bathroom. If you need
If
help,
you don't feel safe,
please, let us know.
Let us
please
know.
call 1-800.
Poor Scott.
Yeah.
Oh.
call
my
1-800-PSYCHO. Yeah.
What are like the main things that you could say like that was the most psychotic I have ever been in my life?
Well, I don't know that I can literally even rate them from highest to lowest. I feel like they're all like a pretty good level of psycho. But one of the first weekends we were down here in Newport, we knew no one because we moved. Well, I mean, we had a handful of friends, but we moved from the Valley,
Okay.
came down here. We were at a hotel. Like literally just had like great time up in the room, having,
Yeah.
wink, wink.
You're married. It's
And
okay.
then we're like, ooh, let's get something to eat.
Yeah.
So we go down, to the hotel bar and it's packed. And I see this girl over at the bar and I'm thinking, oh, she's kind of cute. Like she just kind of stuck out to me. I know she had on like a cool fedora or something. I was like, oh, she's cute. So we're sitting there, we order our food. All of a sudden, this bitch walks by and she goes, "Oh, hi, Scott." And I'm like, "You're fucking kidding me! Like we've been here for 2 seconds." And she comes over, and she's like, "How are you?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Who? Like I don't even know who this is." She's got a date with her, and so they talk for a second. They're talking, and I'm just like, "Okay, how long are you going to talk?" Her date sits down next to me because I think he's just like.
What
Okay.
the hell, too?
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell?
He's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
So
we're gonna swap.
He sits down next to me and she goes, "Oh, good idea." And she pulls a stool
No.
over and sits down next to Scott. And she goes, "I'm just going to sit here and bug you for a minute." And I go, "You're bugging me." And she was like, her boyfriend goes, "Oh, is she bugging her?" And I'm like, "No, she's whatever, fine." So these two go on and on talking about, I don't even know. She came into the bar he used to work at. He used to own a restaurant. And I'm trying to like get into the conversation to be like, I'm here. Hello.
Hello.
Acknowledge me.
I do
Acknowledge
exist.
me.
You were acknowledging me 20 minutes
Right.
ago in the bedroom.
Remember when we were
Can you
upstairs?
acknowledge me right now? like
Again,
hello.
right? Agitators.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
So then she says something like really, she's like, oh, I remember when you two got together. And I'm thinking, bitch, I don't even recognize your face, but you remember when me and Scott got together? Like, this is weird.
Creepy.
You're weird. You're a psycho, but I'm going to sit here and just hold my breath. I hadn't had enough to drink yet at that time, but I was kicking Scott under the table like,
his shins are bleeding.
his shins are like bruised to this day. There's dents.
The
Shins.
poor guy constantly
Especially if she's in boots like those.
Have
right
you,
now.
have you noticed when he walks on crutches?
Yeah, he's like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Poor
I
guy.
swept the leg. I'm like, get her out of here. Now he's psycho because I'm like, who lets this conversation go on this
you're
long?
like, no.
There's a we can all agree, like, if like with your mans, like there's a grace period in which a woman comes up, and there's like a grace
where
period
you're
of
like,
how
okay,
long.
and before he introduces you, like,
Yes.
him,
yeah.
him,
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're just like, hello. Yeah. Like as you're kicking the shit. Like, no, we could all agree. There's like that. There's that fine.
But
men,
who-
men out there, we should know.
But
Listen
who
to
does that?
this.
Ooh, ha ha ha! Let me
Who
bring that
sits
stool
down?
over here.
I'm just gonna sit here and bug you.
Okay, you
I'm like-
seriously need to be on TV
Oh,
though. Like
okay.
these like stories.
Well, yeah. So then I'm pissed, and dudes are dudes. Scott's still like, I can swallow a whole pizza and drink a pitcher of beer. Like he's not like
You're like,
about to kill
"Rah."
someone. I'm like, no, we can just take this, go back to the room. So he gets the pizza all boxed up, and they bring us like plates and napkins because we're going back to our hotel
Yeah.
room. We're walking down the hall, and I'm fuming. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're going to sit there and talk to her this long, not acknowledge me. I'm kicking you under the table to get rid of her. And I don't know. Guys are just dumb. They're just like, oh, it was no big deal. Like, whatever. I'm walking in front of him.
They live in oblivion. They
He's
literally
holding the pizza box. I turn around. I fucking kicked that box. It went flying, pizza everywhere, silverware, plates. I'm like, whoever was working security that night, they're watching the halls, quiet, maybe some families. Oh, a girl just kicked a pizza box out of her.
Okay, wait. Did anybody watch this season of Love Island?
No,
Yes.
is it good?
Okay, remember
Did
when
somebody
she
kick
like
a
with
pizza box?
Cordell?
Oh yeah,
Remember
the
when she was,
avocado
like,
toast.
Serena just, like,
Yes,
It makes me think of-
It was the avocado toast moment.
It makes me think of Teresa off of Housewives when she's like flips the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was your moment.
That was my moment. I kicked
Seriously,
that pizza
you
box.
need to like pants on fire, pizzas in the air, like what? Like these
I would
things
watch
need to
you.
be
I would watch
recorded.
you on like TV for sure.
Well, and Scott again would be the star because he probably picked the pizza up and ate it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or he like called room service. Like,
I bet you Scott.
can
is,
we
like,
have another pizza?
the
Like
most
the poor man's hungry.
Chill dude ever, huh?
Well, I mean, opposites attract. You
He's gotta
can't
be.
have two psychos together. I'll tell you that.
No. You
You'll
have to have a
burn-
neutralizer.
You'll burn the world
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
So pizza. Was there anybody around?
nobody was around, but to this day, I die laughing thinking of what a psycho I looked like. And then I was like, I wonder if my leg was straight on that kick. Because, I'm a former dancer. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I
wait,
wonder-
you were
I wonder if the
a
point
Rams
was-
cheerleader or Chargers?
Girl, Kansas City.
Oh, Chiefs. I'm
Chiefs.
sorry, I forgot.
Wait,
Chiefs.
you were a cheerleader for the
She was
Chiefs?
yes.
How
She
sick
was.
is that?
I'm sorry.
Born-
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Born and raised Kansas City, Missouri girl. So yeah, I cheered for the Chiefs for 3 years. I don't think I did anything psycho during those years. We had to be on our best behavior or we wouldn't make the team again. So I think I cooled it.
So you
for
were
a
cooled
moment.
She
Yeah.
had to hibernate the psycho.
Yep, she had to hibernate it.
Yeah. At that time, I was single and I did have a lot of suitors, may I say.
Sutures?
Suitors.
Oh,
Suitors.
I was
Sorry,
like,
I was talking like an
sutures.
old
I was
person.
like,
I had a lot of
shit.
sutures.
It's like shit.
So my girlfriend and I lived down in the city. We lived in a really cool area called the Plaza of Kansas City. And we literally, guys would be knocking on the door, coming over. I'd show up flowers on my doorstep.
Well, yes, you were a hot cheerleader.
Yeah. But I had this one guy, talk about psycho. He would come to our apartment almost every day and knock on that door. And we would tiptoe to the door and look out the peephole. And I'd be like, tiptoe back. Yeah. Those were
like a little peeping
really,
Tom
really
a little bit?
fun. No, I think he was just coming over for a booty call or something.
Yeah, he's just trying. He's
was just
he's shooting
trying.
his shot, and
Yeah.
she is not about it.
He's shooting blinks.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun during that time. I dated a lot of guys. And one night, my girlfriend and I were out at the club, and I was like, oh, there's that guy, Steve, I went out with. And she goes, I think his name's Rob. And I'm like, oh, I can't keep him straight.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Damn,
I
Angela.
had to live vicariously through
Right?
her back in those cheerleader days.
I think our goal is to get don't be don't come psycho at me that we need to get your husband on the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I want you.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I want you more
Yeah.
than him. Don't worry.
You know what? It's funny because I feel like I'm better now. I don't know if it just comes with age.
How long ago
and-
was the pizza bitch? Because
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that
Probably
wasn't
not
that long
over it.
ago.
Again, I said it's treatable. It's
Yeah.
not curable.
hey, that's
It's
okay.
it's like
It goes into
you know,
hibernation
it's yes,
mode,
it goes.
and it comes down, and it goes back
Right.
in, and it goes
Every
out.
once in a while, it comes back out. I got to take my medication.
yeah.
Again, better help.
And it will be fine. So, okay, so if you had, you know, since this is hard because like usually we have people say like a one-liner about their psycho, but you are your own psycho. So if there's like one thing that you can say about your psycho, one-liner, one sentence
to help somebody like
like
anything.
those
like,
other
just, like,
those
mic
other
drop
people
it.
that are psycho like you, like
Yeah.
one thing you want to say.
I mean, I say be self-aware. Like if you know you're a psycho, no one can ever hurt your feelings if they call you a psycho.
Well,
You know,
it's true.
if somebody's like, "Oh, that girl's psycho," I'll be like, "Yeah, tell me something I don't know." Like, you're not hurting my feelings. I already know I'm psycho.
I already know. I already know.
Just be self-aware. Be self-aware. As long as you never hurt anyone. I mean, Scott's shins are fine.
Yeah,
but you know, the pizza can be made again.
Yeah.
Right. The pants can be rebought. Nobody, you know.
The shins will just deteriorate
Yeah.
with time.
Yeah.
More than anything, my feelings were hurt more than anything else during this.
Yes. So that's all.
Psycho.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I actually love this. Like
No.
getting a psycho's perspective is so different than anything that we've had.
Well, my best friend knows that, like, she knows how to control my psycho, and usually it is no tequila. But one of the very first times we ever went out together, we were at Scott's restaurant, and we were all leaving, and Scott got caught by a couple girls that wanted to talk to him. So my girlfriend and I are standing outside, and I'm just like, what? I'm getting more and more irritated. And then I knocked on the window of the restaurant, and he's like, and then I go, you know what? I think I'm going to go in there and kick their ass.
Oh,
And then my girlfriend goes, yeah, you should, because she didn't know. And I was like, okay. And I go stomping in, and she had to grab me. Well, come to find out, these two girls were cops.
oh shit.
Oh shit!
It could have been a really great story.
I can imagine her too, like knocking
she's
on the
so
window at the
small.
restaurant. Hello,
Right.
I know.
If you guys,
yeah,
like,
for
saw
context,
Angela,
like
like,
Angela's
just-
like 5 foot, like 100
Zero.
pounds.
1.0. Yeah.
Good lord.
Just
Yeah.
going in there to like kick
And you're
someone's
just
ass.
trying to think.
Yeah, it's like scene 1,
Yep.
scene 2.
Yep. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
You know what would be a good perspective is Scott's perspective on my psycho for sure.
Yep.
Is he like,
Part-
oh, it's cute.
Or is he like, blink, blink, help me,
Help me.
Angela?
I think honestly, there's somebody for everybody, right?
Yeah, and that's
And
that's
that's,
obviously
like,
your person
That's
because
obviously a
girl,
person,
like
because there's
Yeah.
probably viewers out there looking like I wouldn't fucking date
I
her
could-
if she flipped my pizza
Right?
box.
no,
Yeah. Flip my pizza box, made me burn my jeans. Yeah.
calls me a million times.
Right.
But
Bangs
there's
on my
people out
restroom
there- but
window.
then there's like men out there that
Restaurant
are like,
window.
I'll take care of that shawty.
Yeah, I
Right?
know.
You
I
know?
mean, when you look at her,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, she's worth the psycho.
Yeah.
Angela, you seriously are amazing.
it.
Thank you so much for being on this.
So fun.
Where
Thank
can
you for
where can our
having
viewers
me.
find
Because
you?
we want to do like, what's your social?
Except for on the Housewives soon. It's Bravo, get your shit together. Okay,
Andy, call me. Drenched OC.
that's the
Yeah,
that's your.
Drenched OC.
and
is
then what's
my
your
Instagram.
personal?
Angela Parretta under. I'm sure you're gonna have a little thing right here.
Yeah,
Here,
we'll
I'll go
little
like
thing.
this. then it'll be there, right?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my God, you're such a gem.
I love it.
You're a little psycho, and we love
Little
it.
psycho.
So now we know.
Big
that
psycho and a little body.
Psychos can also find love.
Yes,
It's a love story.
I love
For
it.
psychos.
I
love
love
it.
And I love this. We love you. Thank you so
I
much
love
for
you
being on
guys.
with us. We want to know, do you have a psycho?
person, place, or thing.
Send your submissions to,
TEA at thenewportpsycho.com.
and you can be anonymous or you can be physically here
We'd love for you to join us. Tell
Come
us,
on.
who's your psycho?
at the Newport Psycho.
Ah!